Hi, I'm Rich with Inside HPC, and we're here at Stanford, and I'm here with Barak Yenyer from the HPC experiment. So, how are you doing today, Barak?
Doing very good, Rich.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. This has been a great conference, but I wanted to ask you about, let's start at the beginning. What is the HPC experiment?
Great question. So we started HPC experiment about 2 years ago, and we had a very basic question. If cloud is taking off in just about every sector, how come it's kind of lagging behind in high-performance computing?
Very much so.
How come we're not following transactional workloads to the cloud? And we thought we knew what the answers could be, but the only way to really find out is to experiment. So that's how HPC experiment came to be.
Okay, so most experiments start with a hypothesis. You had some ideas. What did that look like? Yeah,
we did. So our hypothesis was that given the right circumstances, high-performance computing could be very much a cloud phenomena for specific applications, probably not all. So we decided that we needed 4 parties in the mix before an experiment could be successful. So the first, obviously, is the end user. The end user is the engineer who brings the workload in. The second is the resource provider. That's also easy to see, right? You need the computing power. The other two are kind of elusive. So one of them is the software provider. Without their support, it is difficult to set up the HPC experiment. Sometimes the licensing models don't quite work out, and sometimes the end user may need a little bit of support from the provider to be able to set up the application in the cloud properly. And the last one, and we see these guys as the glue, are the third-party consultants. So we refer to them as the HPC experts, and we brought them to the experiment in hundreds. So whenever our end users face a problem, there's someone to help them out with that.
Sure. So how did this work? I mean, people would come with, you have like these use cases, right? They'd come, I have a problem, I'm a champion of cloud at my organization, and they come to you and you form a team, and what happens then?
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
And we see the end user as the king. So we bring the other parties based on the description of the end user's use case. So if you're looking to do a simulation of a plane's wing in the cloud, we bring the right parties, the software provider that you chose. We bring the resource provider who has that type of hardware to support that type of requirement. And we look for experts in our community who have done something similar in the past so that they can help you transition into that cloud use case.
Okay.
There are certain guidelines around what type of requirements you could bring in as an end user. We request that you don't bring in anything secretive for your experiment. Otherwise, NDAs get in the mix. We know they can all be tackled, but we don't necessarily want to go through those. And in many cases, we request that the end user is able to run the job in a smaller scale on their workstation, so that they're not doing everything from scratch for the first time. They have a good understanding of what they want to do, but they lack the scale.
Okay. So how many use cases have there been?
Yeah, we have done over 125.
Wow.
So 25 of these have been published in a compendium last year, where we put the editorial support behind it and came out with a real nice booklet. So people can search on Uber Cloud Compendium and find that. And we have been awarded with an industry award on that. So that's a very good resource to take a look at.
Okay, so that started as HPC experiment, but now there's Uber Cloud, which is it a nonprofit or is it a company or what is it?
Uber Cloud is a company based in Silicon Valley.
Yep.
HPC experiment is the project that we are known the best for. HPC experiment is one part of our strategy. We believe that for users to move to the cloud, they need to first be able to discover what their options are, get their hands on technology, so that's where HPC experiment comes into play, and only the third could be the buy option, right? So we believe that we need to nurture the community, show them what's available, let them try it, and one day they may turn around and purchase them.
Sure. So with this, I think last week you came out with the Uber Cloud Marketplace.
That is correct.
What does that entail?
So the very basic question that we wanted to answer there was, once you graduate out of HPC experiment, what do you do with that knowledge?
So you got the proof of concept.
You got the proof of concept. What do you do next?
Yep.
So we knocked on the doors of our service providers and we asked them, hey, look, if there was a marketplace where the HPC experiment end users can go and purchase the resources from. Would you like to be a part of it? And we got a strong yes, and we're going after that opportunity, and that's what the Uber Cloud Marketplace is.
Okay, because otherwise their alternative would be like, well, I guess I go get an Amazon account and try to figure all that out without any support.
Sure.
So great. So what does the future hold? You mean you've taken these steps. You've obviously got a plan. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So in our three-stage strategy, we are basically now at the beginning of all three. We have recently launched our community website, which we will continue to strengthen. There, people can go and look at the use cases which have been created by HPC experiment teams. They can participate in forums. We will continue the HPC experiment for free. We are looking for more and interesting use cases. So if anyone has ideas, they can ping us around that. And on the marketplace front, we are going to continue to strengthen the marketplace, make sure that we add other offers, including probably at some point consulting time.
So just to wrap up here, are you bullish on cloud HPC?
Absolutely. We think there are great use cases for it, and today we just published another quick article on that. I think everyone should give it a quick try, and HPC experiment is an easy way to do that.